When you've been through what I have, a smile or a dry laugh is all you can conjure. Each day of your life is wonder and ponder. Who am I? What must I do? Where should I go? All that I can say is I'm fair go. When you've been through what I have, a smile or a dry laugh is all you can conjure. Each day of your life is wonder and ponder. Who am I? What must I do? Where should I go? All that I can say is I'm fair go.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
Salute. Thanks for everybody that's tapping in with me right now. I know I'm a little late, but I had to get a few things in order. First, I want to say that, I'm actually creator to guide my tongue, keep my heart in the right place. You know what I mean? Not out of arrogance or animosity or my ego or anything as I move forward in this life. And, thanks to Juice, man. I want to thank Juice as well for always popping in and putting the disclaimers and everything. Salute Karma Red, Virgo Lady, Texas 713. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate y'all for being here. Really what I want to get into is anybody, if they know, if y'all were on my daughter's live last night, I was telling my daughter about, we had conversations about different things, her and her relationship and moving forward in her life and all of this. And she went to talking about what she was gonna do for, her man or whatever. Can y'all hear me? Because when I'm speaking, it looked like it's, let me see something. Okay, I guess you can. Uh, what she's gonna do for a man, run his bath water, you know, and all this old type of stuff. So, you know, then she said she was gonna put uh salute H text 60 and she said she was gonna put something in the water, I don't know, bubble bath or something from this lady, you know what I'm saying? And it made me think about the dream that I had, you know what I mean? So I told my daughter about the dream, and then yes, my daughter muted up and called the lady. Well, actually, my granddaughter grabbed the phone and actually hit the lady name. She probably couldn't do it again if she wanted to. I mean, you know what I mean? It's a sign in that, you know, certain things are meant to happen. You know what I mean? Certain things are meant to happen, especially when you're trying to be guided in this life. You know what I mean? When you're focusing on the higher things in life, certain things are meant to happen. Certain messages are meant to get out there. You know what I'm saying? So my daughter called the lady or whatever. Then eventually she hits the panel or whatever. So we're just gonna dive straight into what happened on that live, and then some other things, you know. So I'm pretty sure my daughter won't have a problem with me pulling up that live. So let me share this screen real quick. And I have it exactly where we were when you know, everything basically jumped off.
So I can run your bath water.
You don't know how to run no goddamn bath water?
That's my job because he's been at work all day. Dad, I have to let him feel like he's at home. He shouldn't have to lift a damn finger if he's, you know, bringing home the bacon.
I don't be wanting them. I don't run my bath water. You might make my fuck too hot, too cold. I run my own shit.
No, Dad, I'm not
I don't
gonna,
need all that shit. I don't need that.
I gotta make sure.
You might put something in the motherfucking water. I don't know. I run my own.
I'm gonna let him bathe in Cortita beauty line.
It's something.
Cortita got a new beauty line that she gave me, and I love it. So I'm gonna let him bathe in that sugar scrub. I'm gonna bathe him in that sugar scrub.
Man, I told you my soul traveled when it sleep, right? When you sleep. So my soul had traveled, and guess who I ran into?
Who?
That Cortita lady. Look, check this out.
Dad, don't lie to me.
I swear to God, I swear.
Go give me my phone so I can tell Cortita. Go get my phone.
Nah, hold on. Fuck all that. I swear by Allah, I ain't gonna lie to you. So I run into her, and I'm laughing at her, right? And I'm telling her, I say, you should take your skill set and apply it another way. You know what I mean? Maybe to like accounting or some shit like that. And I'm laughing at her. This is what I tell her. You know what I mean? So after that, right?
Dang, Michaela. Look, Michaela called herself. Cortita, I'm online.
She don't even want to hear it. Fuck it, man. But anyway, in my belief system, when you sleep, you know, that's why they say sleep is the twin of death. You know what I mean? When you die, your soul taken out of your body, but when you sleep, your soul travels at night. That's why a lot of times we may be like deja vu. It can be for guidance, it can be forever. So I ran into her, and I told her what I just told you. I said, then after that, I'm leaving, and I come by this somewhere is a ground, and is a door, like a door going into the ground, and the door is open, and somebody's walking with me. And I tell him, I say, man, that's Mo 3 door right there. And then when we went through the door, it was a barbecue pit. It wasn't down into no chamber or nothing like that. It was a barbecue pit. You understand what I'm saying? So when I leave, I go on, I see my partner, one of my partners, I call his name, whatever, and that was it. So that night, I didn't know that very night until the next day, I heard them talking about you had been on Cortita panel. Now I'm gonna stop right there because in actuality, that's what happened. You know what I mean? It was a dream. You know, I knew nothing that night that she had been on that panel. I actually believe I heard it from Seeing, because I tap in, listen to Seeing, you know, all this stuff. I tapped in a lot of the content creators in the Mo3 sector. You know what I mean? And actually heard Seeing say something about her being on that panel. You know what I'm saying? And I immediately thought, like, man, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because I had this dream and she actually was on the lady panel. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what was said on the panel to this day. You know what I mean? I don't know what was said. I heard Seeing saying something about the back chat or whatever. I don't know anything about that to this day. You know what I mean? So this narrative that, you know, this lady was lined up and all this type of stuff, you know, it's just a narrative. It's what people creating. You know, I had no reason to, you know, create this whole dream up and you know what I'm saying, just so she can get the lady over to her channel and me go at this lady. Come on, bro. Like, for what? Why? I wouldn't even waste my energy doing nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is literally what took place. You know what I mean? It happened exactly like that. You know, I even told a couple people the next day about it. You know what I'm saying? I was more intrigued about the Mo3 thing than anything else. You know what I'm saying? The focus wasn't really her, you know what I mean? And I didn't really pay a connection to, you know, actually her being 3 so-called reader and all of that before his untimely demise, until later on, you know, I started thinking about, man, why did this dream come? Why did this dream come? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna move a little further on to this part.
Whenever the last time you was on a panel a few days ago or some shit like that, or you talked to or some shit like that, I mean, that was the very night that I had that dream. Then today I'm driving and I'm out in McKinney, and that dream comes back to me. 3 come in my head, and something told me right then, said, go visit Mo3 grave. I ain't been in 3 graves since he passed away. I done been by.
Yeah, I remember you told me that, like, you can't really grasp the going.
So I drove up into, you know, the funeral home part and all that, asked for directions, and I finally went over there today. Something that told me to go over there to 3 grave, and it was telling me that, you know, like, I don't know whether y'all know or not, like, regardless of what he did and how he lived his life and his stories or whatever, like, in my mind, he did something monumental based on my belief system. Like, he one of the first ones to ever, like, put the Holy Quran on the song, the first chapter of the Holy Quran on the song. So to me, it showed me he had some knowledge and, you know, so on and so forth. So I went there, and I don't think nobody else probably ever did this with him. Went there, you know, did Islamic prayer, talked to him for about 10 minutes, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. And then I left shit. But something just told me, go over there now, you know what I mean? Because when a Muslim enters a cemetery, you say, peace be upon you to all the souls that's there. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who is who, what they going through in the grave or whatever. So I went over there and talked to him for a minute.
But the fact that you thought about her, that's weird.
I ain't thought about shit.
I mean, I thought, but the fact that y'all crossed paths.
Yeah.
Now let's make that clear. I had no thoughts about this lady. This was in the dream when my soul traveled, like everybody's souls travel, whether you understand it or not. You know, that maybe that's a topic for another day. This literally was the dream. I hadn't been thinking about this lady. I had no reason to think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I want to say something because I know your people don't like me, but listen, I always knew you and SD were friends first and had great sex. You guys had a great connection. SD was too worried about YouTube as to why y'all fell out. But
It's that simple.
I'm gonna move along a little bit, get away from what
You're wondering what, and I don't say this time and time again, what is this love thing that y'all have? Like, if nobody has really changed, like, what is this love thing? Like,
Yeah, you can't say we haven't changed until, like, you don't know the conversation we had behind the scenes. So you can't say that we haven't changed. Only me and him know.
what I'm saying is, I don't know. I you know I ain't about that love shit. I just think you value the experiences with him. You know what I mean? And you go off of that. You know what I mean? But as soon as the bad outweigh the good, you know what I mean? There it is, type
No,
shit.
that's what I'm saying. I'm staying. I'm not leaving. I'm staying.
It's all emotional, man. It's all, I'm telling you, if you ain't willing to change your soul or he got a belief system, you got a belief system. How that's gonna work? How is that love if neither one of y'all are willing to adapt to the other one, or you know, his belief system don't agree with yours? So how the fuck can you love each other if you can't love each other and agree on the deeper things in life? How can you love each other? That don't make sense to me. You can't agree on the deeper things, the spiritual things in life. How can you love each other? Everything else is superficial. It's just surface. Emotions, gratifications. The deeper things is what's more important. Like, you don't want to hear that shit, but that's the truth. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, you be acting like you know every damn thing. God damn. You don't. You don't know everything, Daddy. You don't.
I don't know. I have to know everything, but I know somebody that knows everything. If you know God, then you know he knows everything. Like, so if this is what God is saying, I'm telling you what he says.
And my whole point about that wasn't saying that, you know, okay, because he believed this and you believe that or whatever, it won't work. My point was, if this emotion, this feeling, this love that you have, then that should be motivation to sit down and let's get to the truth. Let's remove our biases or whatever we've been taught or whatever. I care about you that much to where I want to sit down and get to the truth, whether that truth comes from you, you know what I mean, or that truth comes from me, you know what I mean? As long as it's the truth and we're not in denial if the truth don't align with what we already think or believe. You understand what I'm saying? To me, that's what love should motivate you to do. That feeling that you have when you with him or whatever, you understand? It should motivate you to want to sit down and get to the truth. You know what I mean? Like, because I mean, it serves no purpose in life if we're just here to enjoy each other here. Then when we die, that's just it. You know, in my belief system, if souls are righteous, they align, everything is, you know, correct, you know what I'm saying? Then even when you die, you'll be rejoined with those people, your family, your husband, wife, or whatever. You'll be rejoined with those people. You understand what I'm saying? So that was my whole point. I'm not trying to discourage the relationship. What I'm trying to tell you is that y'all can't always focus on we enjoy going out, or, you know, we have the same energy and outlooks on life and all this type of stuff. Get to the deeper things. That's what all I was trying to say.
Like, it don't make sense.
Dad, our religion and what we believe in has nothing to do with our love.
That's a lot to do with it. There's a lot to do with it. That's the guiding principles of your life. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What you believe is how you gonna live life. It's that simple. So y'all need to figure out, you know, some way to find the truth in that first before you go to talking about being in love and shit. That don't make sense.
That love is a feeling. It has nothing to do with the political and you gotta have this and that. It's coming from my heart.
So if love is a feeling, you don't give a damn about his soul. All you care about is how you feel. He can go, you don't give a damn about his soul. You just care about how you feeling while y'all alive. That don't make sense. When he could die tomorrow, you could die tomorrow. Like, you love a person, you care about the deeper things in their life, they soul. You want to see them on another plane, in another life, shit like that. If you love them, like,
that's what I'm saying. Like I know he has a good soul. He get on here and do all that extra shit, but he's a good man behind the scenes. He really is. To me, I don't know about the other hoes, but he good to me.
all right,
he's good to me.
y'all gotta get off all the bullshit and have to really talk about the most serious things in life. You don't want to hear it because you think it's all YouTube and entertainment, but it ain't.
And I say that because, like, I know what I believe is true based off of just if nothing more, when I read, I understand it resonates so clearly. The words are just so logical. If you look at, for example, what I'm saying to her right now is, there's a verse that says the mutual rivalry of piling up the good things in life diverts you from the more serious things in life until you visit the grave. You know what I mean? And when I think about that, I look at what we do. You know what I mean? We pile up, we try to get money, we try to have fun, we try to have all these things. Some people doing better than others. All these type of things is the things that we focus on. You understand what I'm saying? And it diverts you from the more serious things in life, like which I'm talking about, far as you're gonna die. What could be more serious than that? You're going to die. You don't know when, where, what time, or whatever. So that shows me life is not just all about enjoyment. Life is not all about accumulating wealth and all these other type of things. I want to figure out, I should be able to know, like, what was the purpose of life, so on and so forth. But if you focused on just that, on love and how you feel and all this type of stuff, then you'll never focus on what you really, really should focus on sometimes. Not saying you don't get your share of this world. The Creator put us here to enjoy this world, but at the same time, there's a way of going about it. You don't forget the Creator. You don't forget your death. You don't forget your purpose. And those that do, and like the verse said, until you visit the grave, because when you visit the grave, all those things are gone. We know that. Nobody takes anything they have with them when they die. Nobody does. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's very important to me that I focus on the soul and interact when I interact with people or family or loved ones or whatever, you know what I mean? Or just regular people, because when you visit the grave, none of this stuff that we think is important would be important. Only thing you leave behind is your footprints for other people to walk in, the things that you did, how they remember you, how they follow you. You know what I mean? Whether or not they pray for you or glad that you're gone, things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I basically was saying to her.
It's real shit. Especially, especially if you, this is what, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Dad. Go ahead.
It's like when you make them changes or whatever, and you really decide this somebody you're gonna be with or whatever, you're gonna have to reach a point where y'all agree on the higher things in life. Like, it's that simple. Because in the back of your mind, you're gonna always think, if you're a thinker, he believe this, and he gonna think what she believe that or whatever. So there's gonna always be some skepticism. There's always gonna be an elephant in the room type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you get beyond that?
He just understand. I know I can't do, my candle work and shit like that when I'm around. I respect his beliefs and stuff. But I did tell him that I'm open to seeing something else. But when he shows me something else when it comes to his religion, it has to make sense to me. If it doesn't make sense, I'm not going to understand it. I don't mind tapping in what he believes in, but it has to make sense.
But the thing is, what you believe have to make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to make sense.
What you mean? What you say? What I believe in?
Yeah, it has to make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what I believe in does make sense.
Ancestors.
See, that this is where we end up getting into it and shit like that. You don't.
We only get into it if you get emotional.
Okay. Okay. Let's not get emotional. I ain't trying to.
I want it all. Like, I can have these type of conversations.
Dad, why do you believe that speaking? I feel like you believe that speaking to our ancestors is something that's witchcraft or something that's not right and something that's you can't talk to this. And you always say that when we talk to like familiar spirit, oh, that's a jinn. How do you know?
Here's the thing. I don't think speaking to ancestors is witchcraft. Same way I say I went to the graveyard today to have a conversation with 3. You understand what I'm saying? The problem is when you thinking they speaking back. You see what I'm saying? You can do prayers for your ancestors and all that, but when you think they speaking back and giving you guidance and protecting you and all that, you giving power to somebody that passed away that had a soul like you instead of giving the power to the one that created them. That's the problem. See, your ancestors had somebody to answer to. So how can I go get answers from them when they had somebody they got the answer to? Somebody that had control over their soul. So what they gonna do for me? That don't make sense. That's what I'm saying. That doesn't make sense. What can they do for you? They couldn't stop themselves from dying. They got a judgment just like we got a judgment. So what type of power do they have? None. You can speak to them, pray for them, all that. I do that for my grandmama, everybody, but I don't expect no answers back. I don't expect no answers back. I go to the one that created them.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, a lot of times people want what you believe to make sense, but at the same time, they don't really reflect and look at what they believe. Does it really make sense? You understand what I'm saying? That's why conversation is necessary. You know, especially when you're trying to build a relationship or whatever, conversation is definitely necessary. You know, like here's what we believe. It's like you pray, you talk, you know what I mean? Because when you pray and talk, you believe that you are in accord with what the Creator wants you to do and that He will answer what you're asking. You understand what I'm saying? He will answer what you're asking. You pray to the Creator, you know, have the mercy on you know, my grandmother or whatever, you know, because I don't know the life they lived before me. Yes, I don't know the things that my grandmother did, great grandmother, uncles, and I don't know the things that they did. I don't know what they're going through in the grave right now. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know if they're resting in peace or they're being tormented. You know what? I don't know these things. You know what I mean? So my belief is that, and mind you, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. You get it. Nobody's perfect. If everybody was perfect, then there would be no need for the mercy of the Creator. There would be no need for the forgiveness that the Creator has for us. You know what I mean? There would be no need for repentance. All these type of things. I'm not perfect. I'm not holier than thou. I ain't trying to walk around now like I'm. Nah, bro. No, it ain't none of that. It ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is that, you know, it's part of the mercy of the Creator that when you do find yourself, you know, getting all the way out there, you know, He reels you back in to make you snap back to reality. You know what I mean? And then when you get back to reality, you try to live in that reality, then blessings will come, prayers are answered, and all those things. And those prayers and things of that nature, it goes to, you know, it's what I asked for from the Creator for, if you want to say my ancestors or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? And believe me or not, you know, in my belief system, they can hear. That's why when I said that when we walk through a graveyard, I don't, you know, you don't find many Muslims graveyards or whatever, most of them Christians or whatever. It doesn't matter. When you walk through a graveyard, you know, you extend the greeting of peace. You understand what I'm saying? This is my belief system. You extend the greeting of peace to everybody in this graveyard, no matter their ethnicity, their race, or anything of that nature. You don't know these people or anything. All you know is that these people have met the true reality. You know, while we live in this fictitious world that's created by, and when I mean created, I mean systems and things that we like and all these type of things that's created by the hands of man, they're living in the real world. The reality, they really got a taste of reality, and we still here. You understand what I'm saying? So it is incumbent upon me believing what I believe, that you extend, you know, peace upon everybody in that grave. And perchance, if somebody is in there and they're suffering in the grave or whatever, that if nothing but that moment, you asking the Creator to give them peace. You know what I mean? is a saying, you know, from the Prophet Muhammad. He was traveling with some of his companions, and when they got up to the graveyard, he walked through it real fast. You know what I'm saying? And then when he came back through the graveyard, he was walking slow. So they asked him, like, okay, when we was on our way through, why did you walk fast? You know what I'm saying? And then when we came back, you walked slow. And he told his companions, Prophet Muhammad, peace, blessed be upon him, and all the prophets. He told them that, you know, and people that don't know Islam, understand the Prophet Muhammad, you know, really understand Prophet Isa, Jesus, all the prophets or whatever. You know, the prophets was a brotherhood. These special souls that the Creator put on this earth for guidance to men, sent to their particular people. You understand what I'm saying? And but all the prophets before, they expected that prophet that would be the universal prophet, because there would be no more revelations after that particular prophet. And when we talk about the Prophet Muhammad, this is who we're talking about. So he told his companions that, you know, when we were going through the grave, I walked fast. Going through the graveyard, I walked fast because there was someone that lived a very unrighteous life, that worshiped other things other than the Creator of the heavens and the earth. And that person was being tormented in the grave. And it is not right that the mercy of Allah did the last prophet to be going through, and that mercy and peace not be extended to him like that, because you can't change what that person had done in his life. You understand what I'm saying? So he didn't linger through the graveyard too long. But on the way back, he walked slow, because he said that there was a child somewhere praying, asking God to have mercy on their loved one that was in that graveyard. You know what I mean? So when I first learned about that, and believing that the way that, you know, believe what I believe, the truth of it all, you know, that kind of taught me about, you know, as long as I'm righteous, or try to be righteous and try to be in good standing or whatever, that, you know, my prayers would be answered when it comes to people that I love that have passed away. My grandmother, my dad, my grandfather, you know, cousins, everybody. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just part of the belief system.
They can't give you no guidance. They can't do none of that. Make nothing better for you.
No, we don't. No, it's not that we always pray to give guidance. We just because I feel like they're fighting in the spiritual realm against other entities that are coming upon us. So they're on the outside fighting. Well, I just like to acknowledge them, let them know.
Why would you think they're fighting? Where did you get that from? Why would you think that they're fighting something away from you? What about the one that created them fighting whatever it is they're trying to attack you?
You pray to them as well, but you still need to show them that you're still here for them. Acknowledge them.
So how far do the ancestors go back?
My grandma that passed away, my great grandma, she's considered an ancestor.
Let me ask you this: how far does ancestor go back? Are we talking about all the way back to Adam, the first man? Like what? How far does ancestor go back? When do
it goes very far back?
How far? Give me like to who? Because everybody that you think of, grandmama, great grandmama, this, that, and other, it was somebody before them and somebody before them. So they ancestors too. How far do it go back to where they fight?
Let me address this one comment. Whoever this Tashona Coleman is, she says that your ancestors are just family that was here before you. Denying them is just denying yourself. You believe in a man in the sky doesn't make sense either. Let me say this. If we all come from one man, the first man, right? Or do you think like some people come from this man, some people come from that man, or what have you? Like, how did we get here? How did our, for lack of a better word, species get here? The human race, human beings, those that are made up of what we call body, heart, soul, and what we call nafs in Islam, which is your ego. You know what I mean? Your self-incriminating spirit, basically. You know what I mean? The ones that are like us, how did we get here? So in that case, if we all have the same thing, the same makeup, we are not letting social constructs such as race and all these other things divide us. If we all come from the same first man and first woman, then everybody is your ancestor. Everybody is your family. Does that make sense to you? Whether they white, whether they Chinese, whatever. If we all come from one man, the first man and woman, then everybody is your family. Does that make sense? Or I can't, I can't calculate. I can't use logic. I can't think like that. If we all come from one man and one woman, then everybody's your family on this earth. Just because we let whatever it is separates us, whether it's nations, this, that, and another, race, or whatever, just because we choose to do that, that doesn't change the reality. That doesn't change the DNA. So we're all family. Even your scientists, anthropologists, and all that, they've been studying this for the longest and found that everybody on earth, every human on earth came from this single woman that was found in Africa. So what are we talking about? That means everybody is family. And even in Islam, the Creator says, I created you in nations and tribes and things, not so you can despise one another, but to know each other. So those distinctions are just distinctions. It doesn't change your creation. We all family. And that's the power, of the belief system. When there's one God, there's one message, there's one prophethood, and there's one race, the human race. This is why you will see every year millions of people from all over the world traveling to one location, worshiping together, irregardless of the language that they speak, what country they from, or whatever. It's called the Hajj in Islam. People save up their whole life to make that pilgrimage to the house built by Abraham, where people go and worship the creator of the heavens and the earth. All different races recognizing the human race, one family. So that doesn't make sense what you're saying. And praying to a man in the sky, that's ridiculous. Who says a man in the sky? The creator is not a man. What are we talking about? That's a topic for another day. For you, like, I don't get it. That doesn't make sense.
So when I say that they're fighting, I say that they're fighting. Hold on. Put my nails on. I said they're fighting in the spiritual realm, is what I'm saying. They're fighting off different entities. I look at my ancestors as they're guiding me throughout life. That's why. What?
That's ridiculous. Like, that is ridiculous. These people came into the world as a single soul. They die as a single soul. If anything, they fight for their own lives, their own souls. They ain't down nowhere fighting for you. That's ridiculous. Come on, bro. Like, come on. Make that make sense. These people that did all type of wrongs and shit in their own life. How the hell are they fighting for you on earth when they got to pay for the shit they did? That don't make sense. They ain't worried about you. Why not just cut out the middleman and ask the creator to fight for you, the one that created you, the one that's gonna take your soul?
We know that they are. I'm just saying I like to acknowledge them as well.
Why? Your acknowledgement doesn't change a damn thing. It neither creates nor destroys. It's a waste of time, energy, and focus. We should be acknowledging the one that created you. They created the heavens and the earth. That's what you need to be focusing on, acknowledgement. Instead of getting caught up in this bullshit, candles and ancestors and all of this shit, man, you crazy. You better stop shit.
This is what I understand. What Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard to learn about the Creator and believe that the Creator hears you, and that whatever you need, as long as you have submit your will to the Creator, that He's going to provide that for you, that protection, that guidance? That don't mean you're not going to have tests in life, because these tests are part of shaping and molding you. These tests are testing your sincerity. Are you the type that you love the Creator when everything is good, but soon as something bad happens, from your perspective, it's bad, and all of a sudden God, why are you doing me like this? That, you understand what I'm saying? What is so hard about you just having that direct connection with the Creator, the one that created you? I don't get it. Why do people feel like we need some type of intermediary or something? When the Creator knows you all, the Creator says in my belief system that I'm closer to you than your jugular vein. You understand what I'm saying? I created you. I know everything about you. So why do He need somebody else to intercede? It doesn't make sense. And for those that think it's just a energy or whatever, and I'm not knocking that, because we give various we use words to describe our whole idea about, you know what I mean, the Creator, so on and so forth. So I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is it's not necessary. You can know the Creator. Why you think we are put here? We're put on this earth, and we cannot know who brought us into existence. We can't know exactly who, why, what. We just here to come up with whatever ideas that we have. That doesn't make sense. Everything comes with an intent and purpose. We create things all the time. We build things all the time. There's an intent. There's a purpose for why we're doing this. Why we are making these things. So you think that we can't know the one that created us and what our purpose is and what His intent was? And I use pronouns as his just to convey, you know, the message in conversation, not meaning male. You know what I mean? That's like Michaela, Kyrie, King, any of the kids. All the sacrifices you done made, brought them into the world, taking care of them, giving them guidance and all that, but they go next door and they treat the woman next door better than they treat their own mama. What you gonna think about that? How you gonna act? Now imagine that. Now I'm just talking from a human perspective. You know what I mean? Like women, you carried these children, this child for 9 months. You know what I mean? This child, even before Infamil or you Similac, whatever it is, you know what I mean? It's naturally in your body to be able to feed this child from your breast, from your bosom. You understand what I'm saying? And you feed this child, you make whatever sacrifices, tote the child around everywhere you go, protect this child from this world, all these type of things, clothe them, bathe them, him or her, or whatever you do. You make all these sacrifices. You know what I mean? Why? Because you love this child. This child comes from you. You get this child through whatever hardships in life. And then when the child gets old enough to begin to think on his or her own, or come into different belief systems and all these type of things about mothers and all this stuff, the child goes next door and start acknowledging this other woman as if you ain't did nothing for this child. Start acknowledging other women and you know, no respect for you, no love for you. Don't listen to nothing you have to say. How would you feel? How would you feel? And I said that Not just, not saying the creator have feelings. What I'm saying is, this is what we do. This is what we do. The creator created us, put us here, give us guidance, protect us in all type of situations, guide us through it and all that. But we go and we give praise to somebody else. You know what I mean? We give praise to somebody else. Now imagine, the mother that I was talking about that went through all of that, and her son or daughter turned their back on them and all this. I don't think that this woman will leave this child in her will. I don't think so. You know what I mean? And I'm just making an analogy here. And it's the same way. You know what I mean? It's the same way. Why should you be rewarded when you turn your back, when you acknowledge and worship everything other than the creator of the heavens and earth? You know what I mean? That means you didn't even know the purpose of life. You know what I mean? That's the same way the creator is. You're going to acknowledge somebody else after all he done did for you. You're going to give praise to somebody else? That don't make sense.
Jen said, I'm going to come back up. No, Jen, you come up here and have a conversation.
Go ahead. Y'all go ahead and get stuck on stupid again. I'm out of here.
Dad, come on, Daddy, really?
I ain't tripping. I mean, do y'all thing. But I'm just saying, like,
why can't everybody have their own belief? I don't got to go on my goddamn list.
It's impossible. Like, you can have whatever, but you better stand on some type of truth. This shit ain't no joke. People dying every day. Shit. This ain't no joke. Running around here talking about some ancestors and all this shit.
88.
Yeah.
You know why I always said I love and respected you and shared and helped you financially, right?
Yeah.
Because
I can't do it. I got to move on.
Raise your kids, this, that, and that. Okay, you taught them how to be a better United States citizen. So what? What the fuck that got to do with living and dying and belief in the creator? Like, what are we talking about? Like, your ancestors ain't guarding shit. That's y'all problem. I don't give a damn what you talking about. God and ancestors, two different people. Fuck all that. That's ridiculous. You want to toot your own horn by talking about how you raise your son. So what? You made them more conditioned to the system. We get it. Like, I get it. That don't mean shit because you raised them in the church. Fuck that mean? That's where you fucked up at. You want to tell the truth?
Well,
shit.
Okay, so that when you said you had that's what threw me off when you said you had the I guess what is it, the dream? So it's called astro projected, right?
No, man can put whatever title they want to put on it. It ain't no astral projection shit. Your soul travels when you sleep. There's a thin cord that's still attached to your body that allows your soul to travel when you sleep. We all do it.
Into Quartita.
Yeah.
That shit's fucking alarming. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit's scary to me. I'm not gonna say it's scary. It's I want to know what that means. You know what I'm saying?
No, that was her warning.
What you mean?
Was her warning. She better understand it. That was her warning.
How's that her warning?
I don't tell you time and time again about that lady and what she doing. Playing with people's lives, consulting with the jinn and all that stuff, and got y'all believing.
That's what I'm saying. That just because how do you know that's the damn jinn?
Because it's nothing new.
You're going up what you believe in a goddamn book. You don't even know if it's really a jinn.
Let me ask you this. All of she got, where she get this special power from?
You know, it always gets me when, people that whatever they believe or whatever say is in a book. It's just a book. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that mean? It's just a book. These were words first, but to preserve them and pass them on to generation after generation after generation, they were written down. That's what makes it a book. But these very words, as far as what I believe, the Holy Quran, these very words don't have to be in the book form, because these are recitations. These are the words of the Creator. It's memorized by many Muslims, millions and millions, from century to century. So you can take up every physical book that you want to, and it be reproduced tomorrow, because it's in the hearts and the minds of people. So it's not just a book. These are the words. But you will take words from people who won't even tell you by what authority. Whose authority that gives these people the special powers and things that they say they can do? By what authority? Who? But they'll never acknowledge that, though. They'll never acknowledge what authority. These are the same people that came into this world the same way that you did. But they'll never acknowledge that authority that supposedly gave them these gifts. Why? Because if they acknowledge that authority, if it's true, that authority, then you're going to be held to a certain standard when you're using these gifts, right? Because if you're going to say God gave it to you, then you got to live a certain type of way, especially with a gift like that. You got to live a certain type of way. You understand? So they'll never say the Creator, God, gave it to them. Why? Because he didn't. Because he didn't.
To be able to consult with the ancestors and tell y'all future. Where'd she get it from?
Her Creator, what she believes in.
And I'm telling you, there's only one God, and this God says that we can go through whatever book, whatever religion. I can debate anybody on this stuff. He don't do that. She's not a prophet. He don't do that. They get information from the jinn. The jinn tell them different things, and they tell y'all different things, because the jinn can see things, they know things, and they give you misinformation, though. It's that simple. Ain't nothing new under the sun. This been going on. She ain't nothing new. She may be new to you, but she ain't new to me.
Man, my problem is you don't know how to look at it.
If God gave it to her, why she charged for it? Jesus ain't charged nobody. Prophet Muhammad ain't charged. Moses ain't charged. Abraham ain't charged. Noah didn't charge. Why she charge people for it? If God gave it to her, why she ain't just giving it to people?
She's done that as well. What do you mean?
No. Ain't no as well. That should be the whole thing. God has given me this gift, and you give it to the world. If that's your gift, why are you charging people?
Stop calling my phone. Because Dad, you gotta understand that when she does these readings and stuff, and she's there for people, she's taking on their energy as well. You see what I'm saying? Hey, stop playing on the phone.
Stop, man. You trying to rationalize this when I'm making perfect sense. If the greatest men we've heard about in the history of mankind, prophets, never charged people for what God gave them, healing people, giving them all type of guidance, all these type of things. They never charged nobody. But all of a sudden, a woman in 2025, 2020, all this shit, she got to charge people for what God gave her. Come on, bro. Stop the cap. Stop.
You'll never try to understand where other people are coming from.
I don't have to understand that.
That's the problem. Yes, you do. You don't respect people and their damn beliefs, Dad, for real.
That's ridiculous. If you care about people, why would I have to respect a false belief? It's my job to point out the falsehood in it, not to respect it. That don't make sense. That don't make sense at all. I don't have to respect.
And it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, where do we get this? We got to respect any type of unrighteousness, falsehood, or what. We got to respect it. You know what I mean? Like, in that case, people create whatever belief system that they want. You know what I mean? Like, say somebody's belief system is, their religion teaches that robbing people or hurting kids or whatever. Well, that's what they believe. You got to respect it. Like, what? So there's no clarity, morals, anything that goes along with beliefs. Like, we just here, we can create whatever we want to create, believe whatever we want to believe, and I got to respect it. So you telling me that the creator want me to respect the devil? And not saying a particular person, I'm just saying the devil. You know what I mean? The evil entity. You know what I mean? Like, you telling me I got to respect that. Where they do that at, man? Word. Come on, man.
And we have the beautiful Quatina.
Greetings, how you doing?
Greetings, how are you?
I am well. So what gives you the right to be able to judge anybody? Are you your God?
What gives me the right?
Yeah. You putting a lot of judgment on me.
Well, let me ask you this.
Who are you to
Who
judge
says
anybody?
I can't judge? Who says that I can't judge?
Who are you to judge?
Who says that? But who
You don't
says
know
that
me.
I can't? Listen, you coming under.
Here's the thing, bro. I don't know. I know. I grew up. You know what I mean? My grandfather, whom I carry his last name, was a preacher. You know, my stepdad. I grew up, and I was always taught that you don't judge people. Like, bro, that is one of the craziest things that I have ever heard. So I'm blessed with the faculties of hearing, seeing, feeling, understanding. I know how to use logic, my rationale, all of these things, and I'm not supposed to judge an individual whether or not I want to interact with them, whether or not they're telling the truth or falsehood or anything of that nature. I can't judge them. I can't speak on them. Since when? You name me a prophet, whoever got religious beliefs or what have you, whether it's in the Bible, Quran, name me a prophet that didn't go and judge his people, didn't try to correct the people, knew that they were wrong or what have you. That's the whole point. It's not personal. But you can't tell me I'm supposed to throw away my judgment. That doesn't make sense to me. In that case, there's no right or wrong. I have nothing to judge by, to say that anything is right or wrong, right? Does that make sense? Like, and we know in our own heart, in our own spirit, if something is wrong. We got a self-incriminating spirit that lets us know when something is wrong. Because the Creator put it in you so you can judge. And that's facts.
Under the premise that I can't judge. I'm saying that who says that I can't judge? You?
I'm not speaking on. Get out of there. I'm not speaking on you at all. That's why I'm confused on why you're speaking on me.
Here's the thing. If you want to take it personal, you can take it personal.
I'm not just taking anything. I'm just asking you a question. I've just heard you say a whole bunch of shit about me. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Listen what I'm saying. I'm not speaking on you.
You said there was one God. That's your God. That's your truth.
I'm speaking on everybody that does what you say you do. It's not just
I
you.
don't
Like
just
I
say
told
it.
her,
I do it. And
it's
over the
nothing
weekend,
new under the sun.
I was free all weekend. I do a lot of free work for the community. What do you do for the community besides hang with killers?
See, and that shows right there.
No. You hang with killers.
See that shows.
And we find this a lot. You know what I'm saying? We find this a lot. Don't remove that. That's true. We find this a lot. Your God my God. What are we talking about? What? What are we talking about? Your God, my God. So you was created by a different God? You was created by a different God? Oh, so your God used the same system that my God used to bring me in the world. Because you came through a woman. You understand what I'm saying? You know, like you came from procreation, you came from a sexual act, just like I did. You had to be taken care of as a child, just like I did. So your God used the same system as my God. That's what you're saying. That doesn't make sense. There's no your God and my God or whatever. There's a difference of opinion about God, but there's one God.
Killers.
Listen what I'm saying. That shows that what you got ain't from God, because your first move
You
is to come
hang
up
with
here.
killers.
Your
You
first
judging me,
move
and
is
I'm
to
putting
come up
judgment
here.
back on you.
Your
You don't
first
want me to
move is
talk
to come
about
up here
you.
to
You
character
talking about me.
assassinate me.
You don't want me to talk about you.
Listen, you want to character
You hang with
assassinate.
killers.
I wasn't
Yes.
assassinate your character. I was
You
talking
hang
about
with killers.
what you
Yes.
profess to do.
You hang.
Am I tripping, or do you not see the distinction? Do you not see the distinction between me talking about you and what you do in your life, or me talking about the spiritual things and what you are giving to other people? See, I don't talk about whether you doing drugs, or or whether you like the same sex. I wasn't talking about any of that type of stuff. I was talking about the so-called guidance that you're giving to people and where you're getting it from. There's a difference. I'm not attacking who you are as a person. I don't know your personal life or none of that. All I know is what you put out here, who you portraying yourself to be. There's a difference.
Hang with killers. Yes.
I didn't talk about you hanging.
I'm not. It doesn't
messing
matter.
With women. I ain't talking about none of that shit. I talk about what you profess
hang
to do
with killers.
to guide
Yes.
people. That's my point. I didn't
Do you hang with
assassinate your
killers?
character. I'm
You
talking about
can't
what you do.
And that threw me for a loop right there. Like, you hang with killers. Like, what are you talking about? Where does that come from? You know what I mean? Anybody that know me, and I said this before, you know what I mean? I think I may have said it last night, know me. I don't hang out. You understand what I'm saying? I don't hang out. You know, even when I was in promotion and all of this type of stuff heavily, I didn't hang out. If I hung out, it was with my children. Now, do I know people that have committed acts, you know what I mean, of violence? Of course, we all do. We all do. In fact, I went to prison for it. So what are we talking about? Where does that come in? You hang out with killers. Like, what are you trying to do right here? I didn't get that. It just really didn't make sense to me. If we're talking about, the jinn and you being a reader, a soothsayer, as they say in the scripture, and all of this, where does me hanging out with killers, which I don't, come in?
It's falsehood. That's what I'm saying. It's falsehood.
And that's okay that you feel that way.
It's not a feeling, it's fact.
It's not fact. That's your fact. The fact is you hang with killers, yes?
You tell me. You the reader.
You hang with killers.
Name one.
I want you to be accountable.
You know everything. You know everything about me.
Be accountable.
No, name
you
one.
You can't be. I understand that.
No, maybe I am the killer. How about
and
that?
Maybe you are. Gratitude.
How about that?
Gratitude.
I don't have to hang with them.
Gratitude.
But I'm pretty sure we all
appreciate
killers.
That.
We all killers in the right situation if we have to. Everybody.
Yeah.
You would kill too to protect yourself, wouldn't you?
Listen. However you feel about
so
me
you a
and
killer
what
too,
I do,
right? So what are we saying?
I'm just here to let you know that has nothing to do with you.
You making those? It has a lot to do with me. This is my daughter. What are we talking about? This is my daughter.
Your daughter is a grown woman, and your daughter comes to me. I don't come to your daughter. Your daughter comes to me.
This is my daughter. What are you talking about? It has nothing to do with me. What the
That's
fuck?
your daughter, and your daughter shouldn't trust you. How about that?
That's fine. That's fine.
You know, like I know, she
That's
shouldn't
fine.
trust you.
Listen, you can try the mind games all you want.
Ain't no mind games.
I
I
am not
speak
them.
facts and the truth because
I am
that's
not
all
the
it
one.
is.
You cannot do that with me, lady. You can't do
I
that
don't
with
give
me.
a damn about nothing you talking
Not
about.
do
I
that with
speak
me.
truth and facts,
Okay.
and you can't admit to it.
Okay.
And that's what it is.
Okay.
Leave me out of whatever the fuck you got
Listen,
going
I'm
on.
gonna talk about.
Here's the thing, like the so-called mind games is just it's insane to me. Like, you put something out there and a person don't answer it like you want them to answer it. This makes you right, and you know something. Like, what are you talking about, lady? What are you talking about? I don't hang with killers. And if so, name them. You see them. You obviously you see me hanging with them. Name them. That's all I'm saying. Name them. Like, you trying to, excuse my language, you trying to mind fuck me or something? Like, well, what we doing here? A child can see through that. What are we doing? How are you speaking truth when I know for a fact that I don't? How are you speaking truth? But it just proves my point, whether anybody else see it or not. Because my children can vouch for it. You know what I mean? Your daddy don't hang out with nobody, bro. It gets worse.
About any character
I don't
like
give a
you.
fuck. Then I'm
going
going to talk about
any
it.
character like you. What are we talking about? What are you
My
talking
character
about?
should not matter to you.
You don't give me breath. You ain't give me life. You don't
You
cause
mad
my death.
because your
I
daughter
can talk about
talks
what I
to
want to
me,
talk
and
about
I
when it
tell
comes to
your daughter
truth and
the fucking
falsehood.
truth.
What are we
You're
talking
a fucking
about?
snake. She
Yeah, I know,
shouldn't trust you, junkie. She shouldn't trust you,
Junkie.
junkie.
This woman is insane.
You find a person, if you can find a person on this earth that I snaked, brought harm to them, went and did something behind their back to bring harm to them, or what have you, bro, or try to create dissension between them, knowing if you find a person on this earth that I did that to, bro, you a bad son of a gun, bro. Because even before I came into the knowledge, bro, I had a certain moral code that I stuck to, bro. I ain't never intentionally want to hurt no people, bro. You know what I mean? I've always put people before myself, bro. That's how I've always been, from my little brother on up and everything. You know what I mean? I don't walk around with grudges or none of that. I don't care what's ever been done to me or whatever. I don't walk around with grudges. I don't snake people. That's insane. Why would I snake people? Especially at this age, understanding that majority of people are they're just lost. They're just lost. So anything that they do or whatever, I understand it. So why would I snake somebody, bro? That don't make sense. And if I did, who? Who did I snake? So you implying that I'm gonna snake my child? You telling my child that she can't trust me? My child. So I go 25 years in prison, wondering about a child that I got out here somewhere, meet this child when I get out, and all of a sudden I want to turn on her. Are you serious? Are you serious? The many days that I prayed and nights that I prayed that I can get out and be with my children and find my other child and all of that. You think that I would get out here and do something to hurt them, bro? I would let them hurt me first, react, say whatever, but they know at the core, they gonna never do nothing to hurt them, bro. Never.
Nah, this woman is facts and truth. Mind your fucking business and I'll mind mine.
See, this is what people like you do. You put things out there, get people to believe these type of things. Then they'll try to find a flaw in your character. Say, oh, he on drugs. I don't do drugs.
It's facts.
This woman called me a junkie. My daughters, they all laughed at that. That's insane. Call me a junkie. Woman, are you serious? Are you serious? I ain't never shot nothing up. I ain't never smoked nothing. I ain't never did none of that. Snorted nothing. None of that, bro. What are we talking about? Did I drink heavily? Oh, yeah, for sure. Apple crown on deck. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Yeah, for sure. Woman, I ain't no junkie. I don't pop no pills. What are we talking about? So if you're getting this information from your God, then your God misinforming you. Your God is lying to you because that's not the God. That's who you worship. You sold your soul to the jinn to give you misinformation.
I don't do drugs.
It's facts, my
I
love.
don't do drugs. No woman, no one. You know what? I'm not even gonna say that. You right. You right. You right. You just expose your own hand because you can't talk. You can't talk about.
Junkie, I ain't got to
talk
expose
about
nothing.
what
I
we
ain't
were
got to
talking
expose
about,
nothing.
whether or not you
It's
consult
funny
with
you
the
had
jinn,
this dream
whether
all
or not
of
you
a
working with the
sudden.
devil.
You had this
You
dream
want to
all
try
of a
to
sudden.
assassinate
Forgive
somebody.
me my warning. What's
You
my
can't talk
warning?
about the spiritual things with
What's
me.
my
You want to
warning?
talk
Give me
about
my warning.
character and make up lies and stuff. So
What's
I get
my
it.
warning, sir?
I get it. I
What's
get
the
it.
warning you want?
Now, mind you, did this woman ever say that she didn't know who the jinn is? What is a jinn? What are you talking about? She didn't say that. She didn't say, I don't consult with no jinn. Even if she know what a jinn, she never said that. She never said that. It could be easily said, put out there. I don't know what a jinn is. I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? I don't consult with no jinn, no devilish jinn, none of that. That could have been easily said. Then maybe we would have had another conversation, you know what I mean, about talking about the jinn or something. But no, instead, you choose to try to attack me as if you've been given some information that's solid, that's true. Don't know me. But see, I don't seek to know the lady like that. I have nothing against the lady. It's not what I don't know if she do drugs. All I know is, you know, things I've heard people say on YouTube. That's all I've heard. Things that people say on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, shit. So we could have a conversation if you want to talk about these spiritual things that I was talking about. But no, you choose to just talk about me creating these lies and putting this stuff out here where people that know me know the truth, which shows them even more that you're false.
Give me. What's the warning?
Yep.
Whether I talk to jinns or
it ain't got nothing. It ain't got nothing to do with physical
warning?
life. It ain't your warning ain't got nothing to do with physical life. Trust me.
I
It ain't
don't
got
give
nothing
a
to do with
fuck.
this.
What's the warning?
Nothing to do with this physical world.
Now pay attention to that. You know, you hear the word warning, you know, people feel like you're making a threat to cause bodily harm to somebody. No, bro, I wasn't even talking about that. I wasn't talking about that. I clearly say it has nothing to do with this physical world. I'm not trying to cause no harm to you. Why? You ain't did nothing to me. You haven't done a thing to me physically. You haven't done anything to me spiritually. Now, do I believe that one that I love dearly, that you have affected her spirituality or her spiritual growth? Yeah. But this has nothing to do with the physical.
You don't know nothing about nothing else.
Okay.
What's the warning?
You've been warned.
No, what's the warning? I didn't hear it.
You've been warned.
About what?
I talked to you.
You ain't talked to me.
Okay.
So now I'm telling her, I talked to you. I'm telling her about when my soul traveled, I talked to you. You may not remember it. You may remember it later on. But I talked to you. I talked to you. That's what I'm telling her.
You ain't talk to me. Your daughter reached out and said, come and get on my live. I just got on here and I heard you saying, why is she paying? Why is people paying? Why do you give a fuck? What's the warning?
Who to blame in that Shaitani regime?
What's the warning, sir?
I'm telling you, listen. Who to blame in that Shaitani regime?
Again, what's the warning?
I just told you.
No, you ain't told me shit.
Google it.
I ain't got to Google nothing. You
Who to
wanted me
blame
to
in
hear
that
the warning.
Shaitani
I came
regime?
in to hear the warning.
I just told you. If you know so much, you should know what I'm saying.
No,
I want
you to speak in terms of
tell your
I
ancestors.
don't want to
Tell
have to
the
Google
ancestors
nothing.
to tell you what I just said.
I ain't got to do none of that.
What I just said.
I ain't got to do none of
so
that.
much.
How about
So at that point right there, I said Udu blame in that Shaitani regime, which means the warning is I seek refuge with the Creator from Shaitan, Satan, the devil, whatever, the evil, the accursed one. And I'm telling her, you should do the same, because this is what has got hold on you, whether willingly or unwillingly. But I'm of the mindset that she's willingly embraced it for monetary gain, worldly gain, or what have you. You know what I mean? So not only was the warning in what I said to her in the Arabic language, it was also the warning when, like y'all say, astral, on the astral plane. And let me respond to what she was saying here. And that's 100% correct. That's 100% correct. There are jinn. There are jinn that aren't evil. True enough. But the jinn that aren't evil know not to allow people to consult with them, to believe that they have some power to give them things on this earth. The jinn that aren't evil has already submitted to the will of the Creator. They Muslims. If you know anything about the jinn, there's a whole chapter in the Quran, chapter 72, called Al-Jinn, that speaks about the jinn that heard the words of the Creator that he sent through the Prophet Muhammad, and they submitted their wills. They had wills just like we do. But there's a group of jinn that didn't submit their wills. And those are the jinn that these people consult with. There's a whole chapter 72. Check it out.
about mind your motherfucking business?
That is my business. That is my business.
No, it ain't your business.
No, that is my business. The one sitting right there is my business.
It
the
can
one
be
who
your business, though.
That is my business. And I'm going to fight for her soul every chance I get.
You ain't even fighting for your own motherfucking soul.
Okay, that's fine. You believe what you want to believe. But that one right there, the other one in the chat.
You believe what you want to believe.
The
Keep
other
my
one that's home.
name out your mouth.
The other two, the other three, I'm going to fight for their souls as much as I can.
Oh,
so
please,
what you talking about? They always my business.
Knock it off.
You knock it off. You knock it off. Shit.
Fucking, you're a loser, sir.
Okay, look, I've been lost.
Loser, sir.
I'm losing my goddamn mind sitting here arguing with you. So you right.
No, you lost your mind by even speaking on me.
Losing my mind sitting here arguing with you.
You lost your mind by speaking on me, sir.
You right. You right.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you right. You keep doing what you're doing, man.
I will. I am.
Dad, you already been warned. I warned you.
You ain't warned me. I'm still waiting on the warning.
I just told you. Google it.
Dad,
I don't need to.
Can I ask you something? Everybody doesn't have the same beliefs. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Everybody that doesn't make.
I don't give a damn about none of that. Just because everybody don't have the same beliefs, that don't mean everybody's belief is right. It's true.
And it don't mean yours is.
It don't believe everybody. That don't mean everybody's belief is true. What does that make sense? Because everybody don't have the same belief.
Your belief is right. If your belief is more right than the next person's belief.
That doesn't make sense. The thing is, if one person say this, another person say that, then y'all can get together and y'all can have a conversation, dialogue, debate, or whatever, and get to the truth. listen, sometimes, bro, I swear, you know, I sit and I think, like, am I missing something here? Am I missing something here? Is this not just common sense that if you have contrary beliefs that contradict each other, you got this one, that one, all of them can't be right. All of them cannot be right. So the logical thing to do is, if you really care about finding truth and you care about this person, whether you know them or not, or the people that follow these people, then let's get together. Let's have a debate about it. You lay out what it is that you believe, you know what I mean? Or we pick the points or whatever, we can debate about it or what have you. But most people don't stand on truth. And they don't want it to be exposed by having sensible conversations, by having dialogues and debates. So they're going to jump to all these other things. And it's their ego. They have people that listen to them. They have followers, things of this nature. Jim Jones, you know what I'm saying? That type, they have people like that. They're not listening to truth. All they're trying to do is take a stance because they know other people are watching, other people are listening. So they don't want you to expose the untruths, the falsehoods, this, that, and another. So they'll never sit down with you. They'll never sit down with you. They're comfortable in their own little section of the world, spreading whatever it is that they're spreading. They're not seekers of truth. When they know damn well what you telling them is true. Yeah, people can change. People can change. But you know what it takes to change? It takes the will to change. You don't change by just thinking about it. It takes the will to change. You got to be willing first. If you ain't willing, then how you going to change? You got to be willing to listen. You got to be willing to learn. You got to be willing to put your emotions aside. You got to be willing to put your biases aside. You got to be willing to block out everything that you've been programmed to know in order to change. That's why they say it's easier for a baby to enter the kingdom of heaven than a man. You understand what I'm saying? Why? Because this baby is natural, period. You got to get back to your nature first if you want to change, bro. You got to get back to your nature. Because the truth don't cater to nobody. The truth don't respect nobody.
The truth is,
so
whatever
we can get
is
to
the
the
truth for you and your experience in your
truth
world.
Don't care about
I don't give a fuck about what your truth is.
That's insane. Truth don't pick no sides. You and your truth is truth. And I'm telling you, absolutely you are falsehood. Bro. Truth is truth.
If that's what you believe, that don't have nothing to do with it.
No, who doesn't believe that truth is truth? Oh, that doesn't make sense.
If that's how the fuck you believe, you don't know nothing about me.
Woman, this is not about you. This is not about you.
I don't give a fuck what you think.
That's your
Do you understand that?
That's your
Stop
nafs.
speaking my motherfucking name.
In Islam, we call it nafs. That's your nafs.
You heard what I said.
That's your self-incriminating spirit.
That's
so what I'm
I
saying
said.
is really convicting you right now.
Be.
It's really convicting you right now.
About the live we did the other day.
That's your ego.
Now,
since when we can't speak somebody's name? Like, where does this come from? Where does this come from? We can't say somebody's name. Like, what are we talking about? Like, this is crazy to me. Like, if you don't want nobody to say your name, then go nameless. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, go nameless. That don't make sense. I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, I don't have an ego.
You think I'm talking about you?
You got an ego.
This is bigger than you. It's deeper than you.
It's bigger than you.
It's deeper than you. You just somebody just trying to make money off of it.
Why you worried about it? You hang with killers that's getting paid to kill niggas. You killing your own community. Shut the fuck up talking to me about this dumbass shit. You hang with baby killers, nigga. How about that shit? Talk about that shit. Insane. They getting paid to kill kids.
This woman is insane.
Man, I promise you, I have no idea what this woman talking about. I have no idea what this woman talking about. I hang with baby killers. I hang with killers and baby killers. You know what I mean? I try to even reflect like, damn. When I was hanging out with people, who was baby killer? Who? I don't know no dude that killed no babies. What are we talking about? I don't know if she think I'm somebody else or something. I don't know. I had no idea what was going on here. I have no idea. I promise you. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what she was talking about. Hang with baby killers. But it would seem more, and this is not take a slight at anybody. People do whatever they do with their body, whatever. But it seemed like you would be more around baby killers than me. You hang around a lot of women that probably had abortions. So don't tell me I'm a baby killer. What we talking about? I hang around baby killers.
Talk about it. Talk about
Listen,
it, nigga.
anybody that
Talk
don't
about
know,
it.
I don't even hang out. What are we talking about?
Please miss me with it.
I don't
Miss
go
me
out.
with
I
it.
don't do shit. What are we talking
Miss
about?
me with it.
What are we talking about? You don't know what you're
You're
talking
fucking
about.
lame, my
See,
guy.
that's
You're
that
lame.
misinformation that
You're
the
a
gene is
liar.
giving you.
You're a liar.
That's
And
the
you're a
misinformation
lame.
the gene is giving you. All my kids can tell you. My
I don't
daddy
give a
don't go
fuck.
out.
I don't
Unless he
give a
got an
fuck.
event or something like that. He don't hang
I
out with
don't give a
nobody. He don't have no
fuck.
friends. He don't do none of that
I do
shit.
not give a fuck.
I know it. No, you supposed to know though. You sitting here
I don't
saying
give
it
a fuck.
like you know some shit. You don't know
I don't
nothing.
give
You
a
just
fuck.
talking.
Like I said
You
what I
just
said.
talking.
I said what I said.
You just talk. That's the misinformation
No,
the
you're
gene
just
giving you about
talking.
me. You
You
don't know
are the
nothing
one that's
about me,
just talking.
lady.
I was
You
over
don't
here
know
minding
nothing.
my motherfucking business like you should have been. But you worried about Quatita. But I already know why you worried about me, my guy. But let me tell you, nothing you say moves me whatsoever.
You think I'm worried about you?
Whatsoever. I know what
Why
you're
would I
mad
be
about.
worried about
I know what
another
you're mad
nigga's
about.
soul?
I know what you're
You're
mad
not my
about.
child. I'm not worried about you.
I
You're
don't
not
give
my
a fuck.
child.
You ain't worried about your child.
If I'm gonna worry about anything, I worry about
You're
my
not
children,
worried
my
about-
grandchildren.
You're
Where their
not
soul's
worried
gonna
about
go.
her.
I try to
You're
make
not
sure
worried
they don't
about
come in
her.
contact with people like you that's gonna misguide them and
Please.
lead them to hell.
Please,
That's
she
what I
shouldn't
do.
trust you.
That's
She
what I
shouldn't trust
do.
you. You can't be trusted.
I want them. You can say whatever you want to say, lady. It
I
don't
know,
matter.
and I'm going
It don't
to.
matter. So how in the
And
hell
I'm
they gonna
going
trust
to.
you? How they gonna trust you?
Shut the fuck up.
How they gonna trust you, but they can't
Shut
trust me?
up.
Make that make sense. If that's not some
She shouldn't
manipulative
trust
shit,
you.
if that's
And
not
I
some
said it, and I
narcissist
stand
shit
by
right
what the
there,
fuck I
if I ever
said.
heard it in my life, they can trust you, but they can't trust me.
Please. Please. I don't give a fuck who trusts who.
That's some
I'm trying to tell you
narcissistic
that.
shit right there.
You running around here. You running around
I'm not
here
running nowhere.
falsifying dreams and all kind of shit.
What the hell are we
To
talking
make
about, lady?
yourself
You don't know what
sound
you're
good.
talking about.
Get
Stop.
the fuck out of here. You're a lame. Grow the fuck up.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're right, man.
Okay.
You're right.
I know I am.
I guess God gave you that mouth of yours too, huh?
And sure the fuck did.
That's another gift he gave you.
And did. And I guess God gave you that motherfucking petty, nasty ass, wicked ass mouth you got.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
nigga.
be. I don't run around and act like that. I'm a reader and I got this special gift though. I know I'm a man. I'm a human being. I ain't got nothing, no special gifts or none of that. You know what I mean? You run around here trying to guide people's souls, got them believing stuff, and look how you act. And they follow you. They trust your judgments. They trust that what you got to see and say about the future and what's going on. Girl, get out of here with that bullshit. What are we doing? That's insane. Imagine Jesus Christ running around telling motherfuckers, fuck you. Shit, you running around. Well, goddamn, what are we talking about? Ain't that what the prophets did? Didn't they run around with the lowest people on earth trying to help them change their life? So if I did run around with killers trying to get them to change their life, then I'm doing the right thing. What are we talking about, man? You ain't making sense.
Now, mind you, listen to what I said. I say if I did run around with killers, trying to get them to change their life, I'm doing the right thing. If I did, because I don't know what killers she talking about. And if I was conscious of that, baby killers and all that type of stuff, bro, I don't want to be around no drama. If you out here killing folks, you think I want to be around you? Knowing people want to get back and all, nah, bro, I don't rock like that. I'm very protective of my life, very protective of this physical life. So I don't know what the lady was talking about, bro.
You ain't nothing but ego. You money hungry. You ain't telling nobody nothing. We'll sell that bullshit to somebody else, bro. For real. When go light your candles, you can do all that. You can do whatever you want to do. Send it all my way. Send it all. Please do. And I'll show you the power of what I believe in. Send it all my way. I'll meet you in the dream again. Send it my way.
Look, bro, look. I don't know what y'all believe, you know what I mean? But I know what my belief system says about things of this nature. People are trying to put spells on you and curses and all of this. You understand what I'm saying? The Creator sent the word for you to combat all of that, bro. You understand what I'm saying? As long as you don't open the door for it by the way that you live your life. You understand what I'm saying? If you are a vengeful person, a angry person, a bad person, you know what I mean? You done lost your way, then you can be, yeah, those type of things can affect you. You know what I mean? We got the two chapters of the Quran that I played at the beginning, Al-Falaq and Nas. You know what I mean? It's strictly for that. For those that try to put spells on you and all this type of stuff, or consult with the jinn and try to get the jinn to come your way, the evil jinn to do some things to you. That's what this is about. The Creator know all about this. This is why he gave us the guidance to protect ourselves from those things. That's why we call the Quran a book of guidance. It's the book of guidance. So there's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing nobody can throw at me, nothing that I don't understand, because the Creator has told us about it, prepared us for this. That's why we continue to try to correct ourselves, pray. We try to see what the prophet said about this, that, and another. So don't none of that scare me, man. None of it. None of it. So get your best, whatever it is you're going to do or whatever, send it. Send it. I know I'm protected, man. I know I'm protected, because just like there's jinn, just like there's the human race, there's angels, bro. There's angels. This is my belief. There's angels. And you best believe they're going to protect those that believe in one God, that don't worship nobody but God. So you can't send nothing my way that won't be combated, that won't be repelled. Nothing. You don't hold the keys to heaven and earth. Come on, bro. This shit insane.
Yeah.
Hello. Dad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out why SD ain't answering the phone. I'm sorry. Okay, so let me ask just one thing. Do you understand that people are human? Like, they feel like spiritual readers should be all peace, loving, like people are still human at the end of the day. See what I'm saying?
No, it's the fact that I do know that people are human, that I know they ain't no readers.
They make the reading part is the gift, Dad.
Yeah, stop. You don't know a con when you see it. You think you supposed to be so game tight, peep shit, and you can't peep a con when you see it.
She's definitely not a con. I'm trying to tell you.
All right.
Like instead, I think Cherry asked you the same shit. Instead of knocking it, why don't you try it sometime? You said,
instead of knocking cocaine, why don't I try cocaine? What the fuck is you talking about? That doesn't make sense. Instead of knocking, shooting heroin, why don't I try heroin? Like, what the fuck is you talking about? So everything I knock, I should try it first? Is that what you're saying? That don't make sense.
You're trying to change the mood.
No, because it don't make sense.
Semantics. What I'm saying is try other people's beliefs and why they believe it and how they believe it, besides shining upon it and saying that it's mad.
Girl, listen to me. When I tell you, when I know what you believe, I know what you believe. I know where it comes from. It ain't nothing new under the sun. Jesus spoke about it. Muhammad spoke about it. Moses spoke about it. Abraham, they all spoke about this stuff. So why all of a sudden now in 2025, we don't believe what they had to say about it?
I'm just saying, man, you don't get what I'm saying. This shit pissing me off. I ain't trying to lie to you. And I don't be want to go down the path. I'm sick of you saying that it's a gin and it's this and that and that. Cherry, when Malik died, right? When Malik died, and I called this lady, called her twice, said, oh, fuck, she ain't trying to talk, whatever. The lady called me back and said he was here. She explained everything that happened that morning when he died. My sister was on the Cherry, wasn't you on the phone?
Listen, you not understanding me. You don't know the jinn world. They don't teach all that. The jinn gets information. They see things. They spiritual beings. They're going to know some truth. They're going to share it with people that worship them. But they also going to give them misinformation. They want people to follow those people, those readers and things, more than worshiping the creator. That's their job. I know the jinn, people that consult with the jinn, going to tell them some things that they didn't know. That's because she consult with the jinn. That's why she may know things. That don't make her special. That makes her one that consults with the jinn. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You don't know nothing about the jinn world. Nothing.
And I have to keep that in mind. You know what I mean? Because I'm talking about an existence that a lot of people don't know about. You know what I mean? They don't know about it. You know, they have no way of really knowing about it because you don't know about it until you come in contact with that knowledge being explained to you, what these other beings are, what other things are going on that we can't see. You know what I mean? This is why we say that we worship the God that's God over the seen and the unseen. You understand what I'm saying? So this God gonna give you this guidance so you know the forces that are unseen that's working against you. So you know the forces that people confide in, consult with, or whatever, and how they operate to get you misguided. We have this knowledge. We have this knowledge. Most belief systems don't have this knowledge.
What are you talking about? Like, of course, yeah, she could, because she done sold her soul. Of course, they're gonna tell us some things because they want you to believe in her and believe in what she say. The hell is we talking about?
I'm trying to say this is cool, calm, and collected here.
Mama, it's too cold.
Here's the thing. See, these people that call themselves readers, soothsayers, as they used to say back in the day, you know what I mean, and all this type of stuff, they'll tell you something that had already taken place. Why? Because like I said, the jinn are beings that we can't see. They see stuff that happened. They know what took place with this individual that may have passed away, or somebody that you asked them about. Oh, they know these type of things right here. Why? Because the jinn are telling them that. They telling these human beings that, and they pass that on to you. But the jinn can't tell you what's going to happen in the future, though. The jinn can't tell you that. See, and then this is where these soothsayers, these readers do. What they'll do is say, they're based off of you, what they told you that took place and stuff like that, it resonates with you. It builds your confidence in what they got to say moving forward. Now they'll tell you, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you should. See, that's coming from them. That's coming from them. So now you're trusting them in their guidance instead of the guidance of the Creator, who are already telling you what you shouldn't do.
Okay, well, put in the microwave. I ain't no damn that. Okay. Who? Let me ask you something respectfully. Who is? How do you know that what you're reading is facts for you to even say that certain stuff is a jinn? How do you know? You could be lost just like we are. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Stop knocking everybody else's belief.
Well, let me ask you this then. How do you know that your ancestors got souls? Where'd you get that from? To where they on the spiritual plane fighting for?
And that's my thing. If you are talking to your ancestors, you're seeking guidance and protection and all of these different things from your ancestors. So you believe that they have an existence outside of the physical body, right? How do you know that? Where did you get it from? Where did you get it from? You had to get it from some type of religious belief that believe in God or what have you. You had to get it from there. You ain't just make that up, did you? No, it's in your nature. It's in your nature. The Creator is embedded in your mind when you were born, your heart, your DNA, it's there. It's when we grow up, all these other things make us other than ones that submit to the will of the Creator. That's what I was saying to her. You believe that these people have souls, then where did it come from? Who has the power? Who has the power? Who put the system in place to withdraw those souls from those bodies? Who? Who put the souls in that body? Who? Who set these systems up? Respiratory, digestive, reproductive. Who set these systems up in the physical body? Like, what are we talking about? So if I can acknowledge the one that did all of this, I'm looking at things. I know I ain't create no star. I ain't create the sun. I ain't create the moon. I ain't doing none of this. I should know who did this. If I acknowledge the one that did this, and the one that did this has let me know who he is, then he's going to tell me about all these other things. So I don't have to worry about various beliefs. I don't have to worry about that type of stuff. The hard part is sorting through all the mess. See, we don't want to put that work in. We don't want to put that work in. We'll put in whatever work it is when it make us feel good. But if it's contrary to making us, quote unquote, feel good, you got to struggle to try to understand it, this, that, and that. We'll take the easy way out. Now I'm going to believe this person right here, what this person had to tell me. Come on, man. It's insane.
I believe for a junkie stuff for $10.
How do you know they got? How do you know they just when their flesh died? That was just it.
I believe. Can you hear Gina? It's our belief.
No. What? Who told your belief system? Who came up with it? Says that. That's
what I'm trying to say. It's my belief. It may not be right. It may not be wrong. It's my belief. That's why I don't knock what nobody.
And this is where I got to say something to 88. What sense do that make? Listen to it. It might be right. It might be wrong. That's my belief. What is the point of having a belief if it's not right? What is a belief for? I don't get it. I just don't get it. It might be right, it might be wrong. And you willing to put your life on that about something that you're not sure about? Anybody, something that you're not sure about, you willing to go to the grave with that? Black Apache, whatever you say, you think it's crazy or whatever, you know what I mean? And I expect that. But I think I'm making perfect sense. You're willing to put, here's the thing. If somebody is telling me, look, here's the right way, I think I'm on the right way or whatever, the least I'm gonna do, I'm gonna investigate it. I'm gonna look into it. Because here's the thing, I'd rather be right, believing in one God, and saying I want to worship God and God alone, than be wrong with worshiping God, people, ancestors, and all these other things. Why would God punish me for wanting to worship God alone? Why? Why would God punish me for wanting to worship God alone? You created me. You gave me life. You gonna cause my death. So why would God punish me for wanting to worship him and him alone? That don't make sense. I don't want to worship. I don't acknowledge nobody else as having any power. Anybody else is having any power but you. Come on, man.
Your sons, it's just not for me. We're not gonna know till we're dead and gone. We can't come back and say, well, hell, I was right, you was wrong. We can't get go ahead.
Now, 88, you said we're not gonna know until we're dead and gone. Come on. So you're acknowledging now, right, what goes on in the grave. Indirectly or directly, you're acknowledging that there's a day of judgment, right? You have to be, because other than that, I mean, none of this matters. A person can live their life however they want to live it. There's no right, there's no wrong, there's none of that. There's no morals, values, there's not certain standards that we should live by. None of that. You can do whatever you want to do, and you just die. So you're acknowledging that we're not going to know until we're dead and gone. Where you get that from? Where do people get that from? You is it in your nature? You get it from a religion? Where do y'all get that from?
So let me ask you this.
No,
So you
no.
think
Shit, man. You
Tina,
are
please listen. Nobody. I don't want to hear her. Please. She has nothing of significance to add to what I'm about to say to you.
25 years for that.
Well, girl, listen. Okay, what that got to do with anything? Anything.
Adopted parents, dumb. Don't disrespect her.
Oh, bitch, you got me.
What the fuck is she talking about?
I'm gonna throw you back too. I'm gonna tell you something. Jeannie, talk about no adoption, all that bullshit.
Now, that was pretty much what we talked about last night. You know what I'm saying? Her and Gina, they go. She go to talking about some other things, so on and so forth. But my thing is that the lady life is her life. You know what I mean? But my concern is if I recognize what it is from the spiritual aspect as well as what's going on in this physical world, then it's incumbent upon me that I call it out, especially when it's affecting my child, who raises my grandchildren. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so now you're trying to put this generational curse in my family. So I'm gonna call it out. I'm gonna call it out. You know what I mean? Then the lady, she decides to go live, says the live was set up saying fuck this man or something like that. You know what I mean? And went on to spew all type of things, and you know what I mean? Like some coming my way, you know, trying to make the people in her chat believe that like I'm making some type of physical threat, you know, all these type of this foolishness. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, I don't dislike you like that. I mean, like, I don't want nothing physically to happen to you. I think that you still have a chance. I think you really still have a chance. There's a way to get out of that. There's a way. Many people have. You still have a chance. But the problem is this: you got to tame your ego first. You got to tame your ego. You see what I'm saying? See, that's what we've been given that other creation don't have. You know what I mean? Animals and things that they don't have, what we call in Islam the nafs. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got it all up right here. Naima, I just been on here too long. I don't feel like putting it all up. You know what I mean? The woman said that I said, y'all heard everything that I talked about on 88 Live. Heard everything. The woman said that I said that I hung out with Mo 3 every day before he died. The woman said that I'm friends with 3 killers. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about, lady? What? I don't even live in Dallas. I don't know these niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they be talking about. Like, just spewing all type of stuff, creating these narratives in this quote unquote so-called Mo 3 sector, all this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, come on, man. Come on, man. That shit's crazy. But I still believe she has a chance. You know what I'm saying? She just gotta tame her ego, man. And like I say in Islam, you know, as a human being, we're made up mainly of 4 parts. You know what I'm saying? You got your physical body, you know, you got the heart, your nerves, and your ruh, which is your soul. You know what I mean? But she got to tame the nerves, because the nerves seek to control everything. You know what I mean? That ego want to control everything. It don't want you to hear nothing else. It wants you to think that you're right all the time. You know what I mean? And you go along too long listening to your nerves, sooner or later, it becomes dark. Now you can't even hear righteousness. You can't even hear truth. And that's really being set in your ways. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm not going to say I'm going to pray for it, but I believe that if she submit to the will of the Creator, if she recognize that you're a human being, you know, we all commit errors in life. We make mistakes. You know what I mean? If she does that, then I believe that she can find a path back to her true self. And that's with anybody, me or anybody else. But nevertheless, you know, to Allah we belong, to Allah we shall return. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not even going. I had all this other stuff. Like, I mean, it serves no purpose. Because at this point, it may seem like I am attacking, and I'm not trying to attack anything. I don't have no grudges, no hatred, none of that for this woman, and not a person on earth. Not a person on earth. I'm so concerned about my soul the way I don't have time to hate nobody, bro. I have no time to hate nobody. Now, do I hate what some do? Do I even hate what I do sometimes? But I don't hate you. I don't hate you. I don't want no physical harm to come to you. I don't want no spiritual harm to come to you. beyond what has already been done. But I know that what you got can't be from the creator because you want to use it to try to hurt me. Who does that? Who does that? Why would something given to you as a gift from God you want to use to try to hurt me? That's insane. That's insane. You never heard about a prophet that was put on this earth that used what God gave them to hurt people. That's the genius. That's the genius. Well, with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I've been on here far too long. Look like 2 hours. I appreciate everybody that tapped in with me. You know what I mean? Take it for what it is. I stand on that. You know, whatever it is in the spiritual world or what have you that you want to try to send or whatever, send it. Because I know I'm backed by a power greater than man. I'm backed by a power greater than the creation that you've put your faith in, that you worship. I'm backed by a power greater than that. You know what I mean? And you can call it energy. You can call it what you want to call it. We call it Allah, which in Arabic means the God, not a God, but the God. You understand what I'm saying? So shoot your shot. Shoot your shot. All right, y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. You know, and I'm gonna get out of here. And I appreciate everybody that tapped in with me. You know, and I encourage you at least look into what I'm saying. If I'm wrong, okay. If you think that I'm wrong, cool. You know what I mean? But you'll never know that I'm wrong if you don't look into what I'm saying. You would never know that I'm wrong if you don't look into what I'm saying. So yeah. Y'all take it easy, man. Peace.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين